wò àbọ̀rù bọ̀yé lẹ́yìn babaláwo. Èèyàn ìbọ̀rù bọ̀yé ó yàn.
Aboraboy Ekabo Ekaro. This is Olu Fakola Dev Idin Kai Ifa Temple. We welcome you to our Ifa Temple service. Ile Juba, thank you for joining us. You could be anywhere, but you are rocking with the best right now. Thank you for tapping in. We want to begin with our morning prayer. So please pray with us as we begin our morning prayers. We want to pay homage and also say, Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for joining us. So, Mojuba Loro, Mojuba Leda, Mojuba Loro Mare, Mojuba Boromale, Mojuba Bobo Imale, Mojuba Egu, Sembili Soloro Mare, Mojuba Shungwade, Mojuba Guade, Mojuba Sagna, Mojuba Mojuba School, Mojuba Palau Corrent, Mojuba Philip Zaloeto, Mojuba Jobi, Mojuba Museum, Mojuba Molamoji Shalanko, Mojuba Mitona de, Mojuba should be Mojuba Bassetman, other from the first. I won't Baba here. I shall a foul. Please support us. We pay homage to our elders, to Baba Robert Edmonds, Catherine Edmonds. We pay homage to our elders. We pay homage to my Baba Ifasha Lagbade Popola, Irawo Ifa Oluola Achi, Agbola Erimi. Invoke all of you to support us. I share Jogbe. He hears people please and set the please. He hears people please and approves the please. He talks to people and shows us to talk completely absorbed. He hears people please and set the please. Name V5. He hears people please and approves please. Name Shodar. He talks to people and shows us to talk completely absorbed. Name Orshanla. Orshanla, the person most can be. The person most one cannot tell to impress one. Swipe frogs on some grandpa. Both frogs on some downpour. It is whatever Dr. Reggie Plum to each other or this except. Whatever the big rock tells us or this except. All what I tell you, Pop, please accept and approve them. Oturete, to show gratitude upon gratitude, to our gratitude, to display benevolence upon benevolence, is the all benevolence, who represents your gratitude, the essence of benevolence, such a person now, please relate to please decorate Sifa, to the 401 room, and I'm going to marry your request, other reach bougie, please also decorate Sifa to a room, and I'm going to marry your request, other reach bougie, I'm grateful, I see my gratuity, I'm grateful for yesterday's favor, I see today's gratuity, Oturete, we're very grateful, sure. Àwa dúpẹ́. Àwa búre, àwa dúpẹ́ àwa búre, àdúpẹ́ náà àwa búre tùnẹ́bù Olódùmarè. Àwa dúpẹ́, àwa búre, àwa dúpẹ́ àwa búre. Adúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè, àwa dúpẹ́, àwa búre, àwa dúpẹ́, àwa búre, adúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run orí ẹni, àwa dúpẹ́, àwa búre. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa búre, àdúpẹ́ àná àwa búre tùnú ẹ̀rùmọ̀lẹ̀. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa búre, àwa dúpẹ́ àwa búre, àdúpẹ́ àná àwa búre tùnú. We ask for forgiveness. Forgive us for anything that we have done incorrectly, any taboos we may have broken. We call on the Odus èrò ọ̀fun ẹ̀tùtù tani dáwọn dásù kìlìvẹ́ tó kọ́tùkùtù ìzẹ́pẹ́ fífa tó tútù the child of our generation use full of bad characters bad attitude prevented information to God someone. No one comes to listen, have to do come to beg on behalf of people. How many children does we have that we pass one out? Those who beg on behalf of people. Belada. If we ask that you would ward off our death, ward off sickness, ward off cases and controversy, ward off fights, litigation, losses, outright fights, ward off witchcraft and negative forces from us. Bring forth to us long life, wealth, spouse for children, longevity, prosperity, victory over adversity, peace of mind, healing, success. That lie, rumor says time to sleep. I feel this time to sleep. When the day dawned, I met a room in the 16th room where he covered his head with a flowing gown full of lights. He was wearing a dress full of bloodstains. He was snoring heavily. They told him that delegate from his side drive. Women inquired what the delegate had brought. They told him they brought 2 rats with them honey, 2 fish bracelets with me, 2 birds with the flight, and 2 roasted big livers. Rumor said that was on this wake him up. I admit my ignorance, please educate me. I have myself in the bosom and survive. The dog can masquerade be Agbaton repeatedly. Dog can masquerade be Agbaton repeatedly to perform rituals because of children. You are the leaders, we are the followers. Leaders are the ones who show the followers wisdom. A rumor told them to get alligator pepper, to get cola nut, to get bitter corner, to get alcohol. The copper got the alligator pepper, got the corner, got the bitter corner, and got the alcohol. That is right, Nadi is fully awake. Oh, Rumila, when you are fully awake, please connect with the compassion. Is without compassion, heavenly stars, you don't the stars below. Oh, Rumila, when you're fully awake, please connect with the help one to secure great wealth. Is such good eyes with heavenly stars, you can look at the stars below. Oh, Rumila, when you're fully awake, please connect with the help one to secure a good spouse. Is such good eyes my spouse should use and looking at me with. Oh, Rumila, when you're fully awake, please connect with your eyes which help one to bear many children, and such good as a child should use and look at what decorated plate. Before long, not too far, join us in the midst of all evil and life. I share. If I please ward off all death from us, ward off all sickness, ward off cases, controversy, ward off fights, ward off litigation, losses, outright fights, ward off witchcraft and negative energy from us. Bring forth to us long life, wealth, the spouse, the children, longevity, prosperity, victory over adversity, peace of mind, healing, success, all the good things of life. Ifa, we ask that you would move my ego out of the way so that we can hear words of Ifa, words of profound magnitude. Emma kami mene ama, Emma kami mene ano, Emma kami mene adelo kun. Itamole tori Ifa loni mi, ebora ti bani mi, eni bana mi, awa ti Ifa lelejo. Ifa odire, Ifa will call out to you. We ask for healing for those families who are bereaved. We ask for blessings for those who lost their lives in New Orleans, their families, their loved ones. We ask that you would help to heal this world and make it even better. Help us to do things that will bring good into the world. Ashe, Oshe, Aruela, Tanya, the Fudu. The stripe of a chameleon is not big enough to be detected. I'd have been enough to be detected. I would have taken it from on my heritage. These are decorations to Aruela. We go on spiritual mission to Jebu. We can't look at this someone consults and make a rich corn Aruela is expecting a Jebula. Oshe Aruela is a good one. Oshe Trump. I kick in the baggy side. We actually sharp against the tree. Cassie for Roman. We usually keep on that share from all of them. No one to you should be wealthy. You surely be wealthy. I've taken it back in the mouth of an award. Zazibana share in the mouth of an award. If no one tells you victory, you surely have victory. I've taken it back in the mouth of one. Zazibana share in the mouth of an award. If no one tells you have joy, you surely have joy. I've taken it back in the mouth of an award. Zazibana share in the mouth of an award. If no one tells you have all good things of life, you should surely have all good things of life. I kick in the bagisa in the mouth of an oz, I zibana share in the mouth now. To SC, maybe so surely shall it be. Ashe Orisha lenu mi, Ashe Orisha lenu mi. Obon ti mo ba mama wi o, irumole oba. Ifa opa Ashe Orisha lenu mi, sheu. Timo turo, Timo ture, Timo ìrètí mo sì orí ti bọ́. Orí ẹni làrúrẹ̀ ìyẹn ni ọ̀. Orí ẹni làrúrẹ̀ ìyẹn ni. Mọ́júlọ́ mi fà wá mọ́rí. Orí ẹni làrúrẹ̀ ìyẹn ni. Bòbòrè jásù. Ifá ọba lọ́run. Àtìbàtájú. Ifá ọba lọ́run. Oshe aru ìlà Ifá ti bọ́. O Lord Omari and the divinities, we come, we have given praise, we've asked for forgiveness, we've asked for the things that we need, we've asked and we've given thanks. Please support us. Please push away death, push away sickness, push away cases, controversy, ward off fights, litigation, losses, outright fights, witchcraft, and negative forces from us. Bring to us long life, give us wealth, give us good spouse, good children, peace of mind, joy, give us victory. Ashe, Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Agbo, Ato. Thank you all once again for joining us today. My name is Oluo Fakolade. I am the Oluo of Idinka Ifa Temple at Cabo. We welcome you all. Thank you for tapping in with us this first Ile Juba of the Gregorian New Year. So we want to send blessings to all of you on this new year, and may prosperity be yours. May healing and joy be yours in this year. So I wanted to start this new year off with a sermon about elevation. And as we embark on this process, the title that I have given this is Rare Air. So as we embark on this first installment of the new year, we need to think about this special aspect of growing and getting bigger, growing and getting greater, growing and moving beyond the problems of the past so that we can see and reap the benefits of the future. So before I begin, I want everybody to like and share. Please share this. This is going to be a very beneficial sermon for so many people. So please share it. I want to begin with a verse of Otorofu. Ifa says, my kokorogun shrub with sharp thorns. This was the Ifa cast for Miyi. When going to the farm to pick eboru seeds, she was advised to offer a bow. She complied. Some picked 20 eboru seeds, some picked 30 eboru seeds, some picked 50 eboru seeds. Miyi was able to pick only one seed. So I've told this story before, but let us listen to it again with a unique perspective. In this story, there was a young lady by the name of Miyi, and she had colleagues who she went to the farm to farm out and pick eboru seeds. These seeds could be sold for a higher price, and people could receive much of a great profit from selling these eboru seeds. So they were a hot commodity. So as Miyi went, before she embarked on this journey, she went and cast Ifa. And some of her friends picked 20 seeds. Some picked 30 seeds. Some even picked 50 seeds, but Miyi was only able to find one seed. In that process, many of Miyi's colleagues were making fun of her. They were laughing at her because she only had one seed. only one seed that she could sell in the market while they had 50, 30, 20. They were going to be making big bucks when she was going to be making a minuscule amount. As they were traveling back into the town, they had to cross a bridge on their way back to go over a river. And in the process, Miyi fell into the river, and the Eboru seed was washed out of her hand. She went to pursue this seed and went deeper into the water and found herself on the other side of this river in a whole different dimension, in a big city. The people on that other side pulled Miyi out of the stream, and they asked her, what was she doing? She said, well, I was picking Eboru seeds and I fell in the water. And in the process, in her honesty, she was telling them what she had in mind for these seeds, this seed that she had picked. And the people there were of a magical nature, and they gave Miyi 3 small gourds. And they told her, on your mission, take these. And as you take them, when you reach home, that is the only time you should open them. Do not open them before, do not open them on the way. Open these gourds when you get home. And once Miyi arrived home, she had followed all of the directives of these special people. And she opened the gourds. The first gourd had expensive beads. The second gourd had gold and gold, and the third one had expensive materials. They just expanded out, and Miyi was able to be an instant success. She was able to sell the beads. She was able to invest the money, and then instantly everyone was like, what happened to her? How did she go from grass to grace? How did she go from nothing into something? She then shared the story of her success with her best friend. And she said, well, what ended up happening is I was picking these Eboru seeds. We crossed the river. I fell in trying to get my seed. I ended up in another dimension. They gave me these gourds. I followed the directions, opened the gourds when I got home, and I became a great success. So her friend went on the same mission. The same folks who had embarrassed her, who had put Miyi down, who had talked trash about her, they decided, you know what? I'm going to go on the same mission. I'm going to pick Eboru seeds, and I'm going to intentionally fall into the stream. I'm going to intentionally do my best to get onto the other side. They found themselves on the other side, and they said, well, I was doing this. I was trying to find my seed. My friend Miyi, she told me about this other dimension, these other people, and they said, oh, okay, you want the 3 gourds, do you? They gave her the 3 gourds, and they said, look, follow these directions. And she said, okay, yeah. Well, do not open these gourds until you reach home. So, as the friend was coming back home, she then decided, well, I'm almost home. Let me open the gourds. She threw the first gourd on the ground, and all of a sudden there were bees that came out and stung her mercilessly. She continued running, and she threw the second one on the ground. And as she threw that one on the ground, the same thing happened. And then she threw the third one on the ground, and then there were snakes and poisonous, venomous snakes and scorpions that stung and bit her to death. Ifa says, Enikan ki fori wori me yi loko eboru, meaning nobody can compare his luck to that of Meyi when going in search of Iboru seeds. This leads me to my first point. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. Your path to success this year is tied to your own unique style. No one can beat you at being you. They may ridicule you for being different. They may even copy, but they can't be you. As long as you stay in your lane of your own destiny, no one can beat you at being you. You cannot do what others do, and others cannot do what you do in order to become great. This leads me to the second verse. Idinsa, Ifa says, Idin ran away, but did not run away. Idin gave way, but did not give any away. Ifa's message for Asa, the hawk, when going on annual farm cultivation. She was advised to offer a bow. She refused to comply. Asa has never been this long on the farm. It was because Asa took the wrong way. So I want to give you the second point before I tell you anything else. I want to tell you the story of Asa. Asa was the hawk, and the hawk could fly high in the sky. The hawk and the eagle, they're a mile high above everyone else. They fly very high in the sky, and they maintain that position. She went for Ifa consultation to see if she would be able to have her daily bread. Would she be able to get the food that she needed and wanted? Ifa said, yes. All you need to do is not lower yourself. Do not lower your standards. She said, okay, Ashe. I will offer a bow, but give me a second. Took a pause, and as she was traveling, she forgot the message, and she saw on the ground a basket of grains. Hawks and eagles can eat grains. She then went down and landed on the side of the basket, and the basket turned over, and she was trapped. In the process, she remembered the message. While under there, the children of the farmer who had set the trap came and they began to poke the hawk with sticks and laugh. And she remembered and she began to pray. And her family then offered the abo. The abo at first was one he-goat, but by this time it was 2 he-goats. They went and offered the abo for her. And in the process, Eshu came into the picture and asked the children, do you think that hawk can fly? And the hawk then said to the children, if you want to see me fly, let me go. I'll come right back to this spot so you can have me, but I want to show you how high I can get. And the children thought for a second and they were like, yeah, I want to see how high this hawk can go. Well, the hawk said it would come right back. And they let the hawk go, and she flew away and didn't come back. My second point is, do not lower yourself this year. Do not belittle yourself for basic necessities. The hawk lowered herself. As I said before, the hawk and the eagle, they can eat grains, they can eat corn, but their real food is prey. Their real food is other animals, small squirrels and lesser birds. That is their real food. But in order to acquire prey, it takes work. The hawk lowered herself for a lesser meal. She lowered herself for a lazy, less nutritious, less bioavailable meal. Everyone say with me, the quality of your effort is the quality of your reward. Ashe. If you work for it, the work will eventually pay off. Don't lower yourself. Don't dumb yourself down so that others can understand you this year. Learn how to walk into rooms where you are welcome to be your full self and move with those who are not intimidated by the light of your destiny. If you are a hawk, if you are an eagle, you got to move with eagles too. You can't move with people who have no and low ambition. You have to move with those individuals who have a vision just like you. This leads me to the third verse. Otropon osa. Ifa says, Ita jare, the oral icon, we beseech you. Irele jare, oral icon, we plead with you. These were Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when he was doing good deeds in the land of Ife, and it was misconstrued for evil. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. Now, Ita jare, Irele jare, let there be peace in Otu Ife. Ita jare, Irele jare, let there be peace in Otu Ife. Ita jare, Irele jare, let the pregnant women have safe deliveries. Ita jare, Irele, Ita jare, Irele jare, let the barren women receive the blessings of the fruit of their womb. Ita jare, Irele jare. In this story, Orunmila would be performing rituals in the dead of night. Those of you who know anything about Ifa and you're not a novice, you know that oral rituals are performed at night. And oral rituals are rituals that are very specific. They are often done in order to cleanse a community of ailments, of illness, of vices, of crime, of murder, molestation. That is the job of Oro, to cleanse the community of that, to cleanse houses that have been haunted by the spirit of those who have left too soon. That is the job of Oro. So it must be done in the dead of night. So Orunmila was doing this, and his actions were misconstrued. People saw Orunmila going out at night and they thought he was the culprit. They thought he was the individual who was doing the bad deeds that was having people to die early and having individuals lose their fruit of womb. His actions were misconstrued. They didn't understand what he was doing. The people believed that Orunmila was doing evil. So Orunmila went for Ifa consultation, and the Babalawo told him the reason why people are thinking evil is because they don't hear what you are saying. He was told to offer a bow and told to continue to do the good work. But what he needed to do is raise his voice, to speak loud and speak in a way that people could understand so that they could hear what he was doing instead of see it. So Orunmila began to do his rituals, and he would say, Ita jare, rele jare, let those who want children have children. Ita jare, rele jare, I beseech you, Oro, let the women who are barren, let them have children. Let the ones who are pregnant, let them have safe delivery. Let those who lost their job get new jobs. Those who have no money, help them to have money. As he raised his voice, people began to hear, oh, he's praying for us. Third point of the day, haters will invent a reason to hate you. So keep on keeping on. It doesn't matter if they hate you. You must continue to do what is right, regardless of what people think. Their perception of you, it's not going to go away. And also, their perception of you is absolutely none of your own business. So do as Orunmila did. Continue to speak up. Continue to raise your voice, because they're going to be haters. They will hate you because you're successful. They'll hate you because you aren't successful. They just are going to hate you just because. And that's fine. It comes with the territory. But let us talk about what we must do. This leads me to my fourth and final verse of today. Ifa says in Obeoshen. Orunmila says that it is little by little. I responded that it is a gradual process. These Ifa's declarations of Ifa to Orunmila when going on spiritual journey to the land of rats. Your Ori had not reached its final destination, O Orunmila. Orunmila says it is little by little. I say that it is a gradual manner. These Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on spiritual mission to the land of fishes. Your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Oh, Orunmila. Orunmila says it is little by little. I responded that it is a gradual manner. These Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on the spiritual mission to the land of birds. Your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Oh, Orunmila. Orunmila says that it is little by little. I responded that it is indeed a gradual manner. These Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on a spiritual mission to the land of animals. Your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Oh, Orunmila. Orunmila says that it is little by little. I responded that it is a gradual manner. These Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when he was going on spiritual mission to the land of human beings. Your Ori has not yet reached its final destination. Oh, Orunmila. Orunmila says it is little by little. I say it is a gradual manner. These Ifa's declarations to Orunmila when going on a spiritual mission to the land of Ogun. Your Ori has now reached its final destination. Oh, Orunmila, the land of rats is not suitable for living. The land of fishes is not suitable for living. The land of birds is not suitable for living. The land of animals is not suitable for living. The land of human beings is not suitable for your living. The land of Ogun is suitable place for living. So in this Ifa, Orunmila himself was in search of greener pastures. He was in search of a change of scenery. He was in search of a more successful place. He was in search of the new level, the new elevation. And in the process, he went for Ifa consultation. He offered his ebo and he was given 2 pigeons. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to take my family on this journey. I want them to reap the benefits of this more beneficial process. So as Orunmila traveled, he was also told in his divination, it is only when these birds say and they rest and say that this is the land for you. That is when you know the place that you are in is the right place for you. So as Orunmila traveled, he took his family, and the first place he arrived in his journey was the land of rats. The land of rats was not the best place. It didn't look bad. It looked actually good. There was vegetation and so on. He let the birds out. They walked around in a circle and they said, "Oh, Orunmila, this place is not suitable for your Ori." So he gathered his family, said, "Hey, this ain't the place. Let's go." He went to the next place, the land of fishes. He let the birds out. They walked around in a circle. They said, "Oh, Orunmila, this is not the best place for you. Your Ori does not agree with this place." Although the land of fishes was abundant, there was plenty of trees, there was adequate land. His family was like, "Oh, okay, we'll follow you on this Ifa thing that you're on." Orunmila then traveled to the land of birds, and the land of birds was quite beautiful. There was adequate water, there were trees, there was actually plants growing out of the ground that he could eat, fruits, vegetables. And he stopped there and he even thought, "Man, this is a great place to hang my hat." He let the birds out. They walked around in the circle and they said, "Oh, Orunmila, this place is not suitable for your Ori." And he said, "Well, okay, family, this is not the place. God says this is not the place." And some of his family said, "No, this is the place for us. We'll see you later. We're getting tired of that striving for whatever success or desire you're doing. We'll stay here." So some of his folks stayed there. He went into the next area, which was the land of animals, and the land of animals was even better than the land of birds. And he was excited again. He let the birds out. They walked around in a circle, and then they said, "Oh, Orunmila, your Ori is not suitable for this place. It is not your habitation." And he put his hand on his head, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, this doesn't even make sense." And sometimes in that journey, you got to have some faith in something that you don't know or you don't even understand. There's something we rarely talk about in Ifa, but as you elevate, you got to have some faith. And Orunmila had faith at least in what he had done, and he told his family, "All right, we gotta go. This is not the place." And he lost some on the way. Some of them said, "No, this is the place for us." And then he went into the land of human beings. And this place was better than all the places put together. It had roads, it had shops, it had land, it had water, it had vegetation, stores, and convenience. And Orunmila was like, "This looks like the place." And he let the birds out. They walked around in a circle and they said, "Baba, your Ori is not suitable for this place. You must go." And that is when the majority, all the rest of his family members and individuals that he traveled with, they stopped there. And Orunmila finally had to go it alone, even against his own judgment, even against his own thought process. He let the birds out. They went around in a circle. They said, "This ain't it." And he was like, "Oh my goodness." There are times when Ifa will lead you into darkness, and the only light is Ifa. And Orunmila continued. And as he made his way, he went into another area. And this area, it actually had overgrown plants and vegetation, and the roads were overgrown and uncharted. And matter of fact, some of the roads hadn't even been built. He was the trailblazer. And he got to this place, and this was the land of Ogun. And Orunmila, he's thought to himself, he let the birds out, and they went around in a circle and said, this is the place for you. So Orunmila landed in a place that was uncharted, that it seemed like he had to build everything up from scratch. But he followed the advice of Ifa, and he continued, and he built. And in a short time, that place became more important than all the other places. And then the family that had left him behind, they then said, "Oh, can we come to the land of Ogun with you? We want to go because this place is more popping in the land of humans. This place is more popping in the land of birds and animals. Let us go to the land of Ogun." My fourth and final point is, as you elevate, you will have to go it alone. The air is rare. What do I mean? Everybody can't breathe the same air as you do as you elevate. Everyone cannot breathe the same air as you when you elevate. And they will eliminate themselves. That's the word right there. Your haters will eliminate themselves. When we think of this, let's look at the idea, metaphor of Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the tallest point in Africa and the highest freestanding mountain in the world. And this is the only place, maybe the Rizunwari Mountains, two only places where it snows in Africa at that high elevation. This mountain is so high that it goes past the clouds. So as you travel up this mountain, because it is at such a high elevation, the air gets thinner. As you climb the mountain, if you ascend to that elevation too quickly, your body will not acclimate and you will get sick. You have to train yourself. You have to prepare yourself in order to elevate. You have to train and get yourself acclimated slowly to get up to the right elevation of Mount Kilimanjaro. It is important to note that those who you start your journey up with won't be there when you get to the top. Some of them can't handle it. Some of them are going to get sick. Some of them ain't built for that elevation. People are going to eliminate themselves as you reach your destined altitude. The air is so rare that everyone can't breathe the same air as you. Sometimes you don't need an elbow. You don't need a charm to stop your enemies. Sometimes all you need to do is keep rising. Keep getting better. Keep on keeping on, because the higher you get, your enemies will just have to eliminate themselves. You got to work out and outwork your enemies. Outplan your problems. Out-organize the ops. You can't do anything if you stay on the ground with them. You must keep ascending, because that ascension is your destiny. The points that I've made today are 4. And I want you to keep these because this is going to be some of the keys to your elevation in 2025. Be different. It's all right. Be you. And don't shrink yourself down to enter rooms that don't appreciate and welcome your bigness. Don't lower yourself. Don't come down to their level. Stay up here. All right? It's okay to have high standards. It's okay to shoot for the stars. It's okay to have an outlandish perception of greatness that you want to become. It's okay to have that. Don't lower yourself. Don't edit your dream because other people don't have a vision. 3, keep going no matter the opposition. There will be opposition, and that's fine. They just scenery on the road, because that's the 4th point. As you elevate, as you proceed to ascend, the air will get so thin for those who haven't trained, haven't prepared themselves, haven't offered a bow. They haven't done the spiritual cultivation to handle what you're handling as you reach the top. So they are going to fall off on their own. So prepare and move past your problems. With that, I pray you have a wonderful new year. Aboru, aboye, aboshishe, aboato. Thank you all once again for joining us. Please, as I said before, like and share. I pray that this was something rich and beneficial for you. I want to let you all know we have a couple of announcements. When Itarogun is coming up, I believe next week. So if you are interested, we'll be doing that Itarogun so you can participate in it. Also, we have various plans in terms of Itarogun Ebos, monthly SU feedings. Those of you who would like your SU fed, we have a monthly SU feeding. I do it every first of the month. If you would like to be included in that, you can subscribe and be a part of it. And if you like what we're doing here at Idin-Ka Ifa Temple, please, as I said before, like and share, and also please donate. We survive and thrive off the support of you. All right. I want to send some shout outs. Thank you, Aboro Aboye, Aboshishe Agboto, to Awojola, Aboshishe Agboto, to Annette Phillips, Aboshishe Agboto, Jojo King. Thank you all. Ashe. It's okay to be different. It certainly is. All right, Rebel Assemblage. Thank you. No one can beat you at being you. Facts. Facts. Do not lower yourself, Awojola. Ashe. The quality of your effort is the quality of your reward. Ashe. All right. Facts. These are truths. Thank you so much. Ashe. Yes, we hear you too. All right. Yes, and the haters will invent a reason. All right. Looks like a new person. Pena. Aboshishe Agboto. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, the air is rare, and the haters are going to eliminate themselves. Thank you, Jojo King. All right, and Sandra Peters. Thank you. Aboshishe Agboto to Tanda Sizwe Shamaringa. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Malachi Hendricks. Good to see you there. And Bianca Jacob Stevenson, thank you for joining us. And also sending shout outs to everybody on the gram. Thank you all for joining us. I see y'all on the gram. Thank you. and on YouTube as well. So please like and share. I want to end with prayer. All right. Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, and shelter. We thank you for guiding us on this path today. We ask that you would remove the obstacles out of our way so that we can truly elevate, so that we can truly see the aspect of divinity that you put inside us, so that we can trust in that and move beyond those things that weigh us down. Help us to out organize the ops, prioritize ourselves so that we can move past our problems. Help us to decolonize our life so that we can destroy disease. Thank you so much, and help this sermon to be a blessing for the new year. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboto. Thank you all very much, and we will see you again.
Alone for this time.